Two families say it felt like a judge re-victimized them all over again today.
It stems from a case of distracted driving that killed two people from Devil's Lake and seriously hurt a 5-year-old girl. WDAY News reporter Matt Henson takes us inside the courtroom.
I feel this crash has been a joke. I feel like victims have been victimized.
Amy Ulmer is referring to the September 2021 crash here on Highway 18 south of Hunter when her SUV was rear-ended by a pickup as she waited to turn left into Tim's pumpkin patch. The force of the collision pushed her SUV into the other lane. It then crashed with an SUV heading south, killing two people inside from Devil's Lake, 69-year-old Marilyn Sandbeck and 81-year-old Richard Nelson. Ulmer's daughter suffered a broken leg.
Now I feel like you have Mr. Olsonoski's back versus the victims.
Troopers say 44-year-old Jason Olsonoski was going about 10 miles per hour over the posted speed limit of 65 and Snapchatting when he caused the chain reaction crash. The Moorhead man was charged with 2 counts of negligent homicide and 1 count of reckless endangerment.
My frustration and grief continue to grow as my mom's life doesn't seem to be valued.
Sandbeck's daughter referencing the plea agreement for Olsonoski, 90 days of home confinement and 3 years probation. Sandbeck's daughter thought 6 months to a year in jail would be appropriate.
What does this light of a recommendation do for the Highway Patrol and the other law enforcement officials out there trying to keep our roadways safe?
Olsonoski asked the judge for leniency, pointing to the self-imposed sentence of 90 days of home confinement that he served prior to today's sentencing hearing. He also pointed out his work with the state's pilot restorative justice program, which allows defendants to meet with victims to discuss how the crime has impacted them.
I ask Your Honor for the sentence that you deem fit for a hardworking father that made a terrible mistake.
Judge Reid Brady accepted the plea agreement, only specifying 300 hours of community service, half of which must be performed in conjunction with the state's Vision Zero program.
The court, and based on precedent, doesn't believe that the distracted driving rises to the egregiousness of significantly impaired driving by drugs or alcohol.
Olsonoski also told the judge he plans to become an advocate to push lawmakers in Bismarck to write up a law that would make North Dakota a hands-free state behind the wheel. Reporting from the Cass County Courthouse, Matt Henson, WDOI News.
The judge did reject Olsonoski's request to wipe the conviction off of his record when he completes probation.